And good evening, everybody. Welcome. As if Mark wasn't destroying Sunday morning and putting Jesus down, taking him away from him. We do it on Thursday night here, too. Welcome to the Mark Hoke Show late night, everybody. Let's do this. Oh, we're going to have fun this evening. Guests tonight include Stu Myrick from Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. From the Wrestling Revolver, it is Phil Stamper. And he's nuts enough to join us. Doesn't know his time zones. Let's get him in on the show tonight, too. It's going to be Doc Chris Mueller from Bleacher Report on the Mark Hoke Show late night. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have some fun this evening, kids. I promise you that. Welcome. Welcome. And if I hit the right pot, I'm going to be good, too. This is a whole lot of fun. There we go. All right, I'm Mark Hoke. Thanks for being with us, guys, in our second edition of the Mark Hoke Show late night. Very happy to have all of you joining us from around the planet. We certainly do appreciate it. I saw the podcast downloads, by the way. Oh, you guys are crazy out there. Bangladesh went nuts, and Delaware did, too. I don't know what the hell was going on this week, but that's fine with me. Whatever you want to do, guys, hop on in. Let's get these goofballs in here and put the cast on the board. Let's get, speaking of cast, guy messed his knee up pretty bad a little while ago. Let's get Phil Stamper in here. Phil, how are you?
I am wonderful, sir. How are you?
I am just fantastic. Good to see you, sir. Of course, from the Wrestling Revolver, and has his new indie wrestling list up on his Twitter account at Trust and Phil. So make sure you guys check that out. Phil just wants to give up life units all over the place. So
that's all it feels like I'm doing right now. just tap the vein.
There you go. And from Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, Stu Myrick. I don't know if he's still over his Longhorns getting bedazzled and be crushed this week, but
sure. You forget it after 24 hours, so it's on to Vanderbilt.
Oh, don't worry, he'll remind you. Apparently,
that's funny. It's on to Vanderbilt. Whatever. You're
Longhorns
crushed
at Vanderbilt this Saturday, 2:30 p.m. on the SEC network. I think Texas is betting like right now. Texas by 18.5.
It's an interesting line. You better be ready for that one, buddy.
I hope they are. I hope they are. We'll see if Quinn Ewers can bounce back from his performance against Georgia. And hopefully they can. And hopefully, like I said, it's, you don't let one loss become two.
That is very correct. And Doc Chris Mueller feels that way about writing summaries for Bleacher Report. He never lets one loss become two. Welcome him in. Doc, what's up, man?
Oh, not too much. How's it going?
Good. You sound comfortable.
What is that?
He does. Very relaxed. Doc's always a very relaxed guy.
I mean, not really, but okay.
Oh, well, it's good to have you on.
Have you seen the state of the world? Who can relax?
Oh my God. For those of you, actually people that don't know, before I do this on Monday through Friday, I am producing the Steve Sanchez show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM politics show. So I get 3 hours of that. Then I do 2 hours of Sports X radio. So I do sports too. Then I do the wrestling stuff. I mean, my face is buried in a computer. Even when I'm driving from about 6 a.m. until this is over. It's ridiculous. So I have to deal with it all of it. Have some sympathy and love for me. No? Nobody?
I live in the state capital of Texas. And I work in state government. So,
You win.
I did work in sports radio. And that was the fun part. I mean, I covered the Cowboys, but
that's that's a living hell.
I also got to go to Super Bowls and Formula One and
there you go.
Final Fours and such. So
nice. Well, that'd be a good place to start because I don't know if you guys saw what was going on with tickets on this pre-sale for WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. Guys, I have it up, Ticketmaster up right now.
Where's
I'm
the
gonna
Shane McMahon music when you need it?
I'm gonna refresh this one more time. Yeah, Shane McMahon drooling right now. Let's see. They are doing 2-day combo tickets, so you have to buy a ticket for both. You get a ticket for both days, and you got to buy two. You got to buy two, at least for now. There's a surge feature on Ticketmaster. So if the event is popular, just like if you're doing an Uber or a Lyft, the price goes up. I saw this thing peak at $1,040 a ticket. Right now it's at $940, so it dropped a little bit. I don't know if it's because people are going to sleep or what, but that is just
now,
wow.
Like, where is a $940 ticket getting you a seat? Are we talking a nosebleed or is this lower bowl?
Well, let's take a look. Please adjust your search because it said no, thank you. Looks like actually that's section 304. So that if you look on the Allegiant Stadium seating chart, section 304, where the stage is, it is in the opposite side in the little section that kind of ducks in a little bit on the far side. Top row.
So you're talking basically end zone. Right?
Yeah, you're kind of on the, if you've seen how Allegiant Stadium's set up, you have that big torch thing on the one side. There's a kind of a walking area and that giant torch on the right side. That's where that section is.
Okay.
In the top. Wow. Can you guys believe that?
I mean, I can believe that people are greedy and will price things outside the normal consumer's price range. I mean, look at what it costs to go to Disney World nowadays. Like, it's crazy what everything is going to cost.
I looked that up. You just mentioned Disney World. I was looking that up. I was, thinking, okay, I've been to Aruba. What's my next vacation? I was thinking Disney World. I looked it up. $170 for a day. I'm going, oh, hell no.
Oh, and that's not even like for full access to everything. That gets you no extras or anything. Like, you're talking 5 figures minimum to take a family on vacation to Disney World now.
Yeah.
All right. Never mind on that. It's the beach.
Yeah, good call. It's nuts. And I was looking when we talked on Sunday a little bit about those ticket packages, and right now, guys, I mean, honest to God, if you got the silver ticket package, which is 2 nights upper level seating, so same area, plus you get the WrestleMania kickoff party, the access to WWE World Superstore access, dedicated priority pass, online support staff. That's only $1,650 a ticket compared to that. I mean, you might as well just shell it out. I mean, that's not. Oh,
That's crazy. And yet there will be those that will shell it out because we've seen it. We've seen it on WrestleMania weekends. People will shell out inordinate amounts of money for not only tickets but the merch. I mean, we've seen them, people walking out of the WWE World WrestleMania Access, whatever you want to call it, with like 2 or 3 of those commemorative belts.
Those are the biggest scam.
Oh my God. Well, and now with all these legacy belts for the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball.
Have you looked at those? Have you looked at the price of those?
Oh God, yes. Yeah. Well, I mean,
$500 to $550 for those things.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I am not going to represent the Bears for $550.
I'm not gonna. I bleed burn orange, but
that's when you find a third-hand marketer.
A Texas Longhorn belt. Sorry.
Well, just so you know, in Nevada, it's still like $1,200, and you don't get charged with a felony. So, if you can make it out, good luck making it out of the Las Vegas Convention Center. But still, just saying. Sorry, I shouldn't be giving those tips out. I think that law is going to get changed. But Phil, I mean, what do you think about all this?
I mean, so like I went to StubHub and like, what can I find? And I can find a floor ticket for about $7,000. I look over at Super Bowl and in section 142, one listing is $45,788. So
that I believe
if WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of wrestling, then it's equatable ish. Like you said,
Ish, yeah.
It is a spectacle. They've made it a spectacle. They've made it a price point, and it's a high price point. And I do get. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I'm saying this, I'm not thinking like, man, I don't know. Like it's a very high price point. But WrestleMania is not the event that you're necessarily taking your kids to. I'm taking them to a house show. I'm taking them to, if I'm taking them to a WWE event, I'm taking them to Raw or SmackDown. Not necessarily a premium live event.
You hear that, everybody? Phil doesn't love his kids. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you.
Oh, he likes them. He likes them a little bit.
Tolerate
them.
I'm just teasing you, but yeah, I agree with you. It's like they got to pay for Cody Rhodes' entrance with all those fireworks somehow.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Absolutely. I mean, and Otis eats a lot too. Well, he does. I mean, he's a powerful man. He's
a big boy. He's a big boy.
I've stood next to Otis, man. He's a monster. I would not mess with that dude.
He is.
But yeah, that is something else. I just saw that today and was like, my God, if they can sell it, they can sell it. But I will say there's going to be plenty of other stuff going on in Las Vegas. I know Future Stars of Wrestling, I think, it's got 10 or 12 events already booked at their facility, and it'll be all over the city. So it's going to be a nutsy time for everybody here in Las Vegas.
A nutsy?
GCW's Collective. They'll be, they're going to be at the Palms, I think is what it said. Over the WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the full schedule yet. I'm sure Phil's probably got it. Phil knows it off the top of his head. So when he comes out here and hangs out with all of us, then he can,
right.
I'll drive, but Phil can just say, go here, go there. Yeah, and hopefully the convention center is going to be finished up. The North Hall is being done, but really what needs to be done, the Tropicana interchange, by the way, the one that leads to the stadium, it's horrendous. It's horrendous. I want a flying car. It's so bad right now, but hopefully it'll. You laugh at my suffering.
For $300,000, you can be put on the reservation list for your flying car, of which only one state, Pennsylvania, is looking at regulation for it. But it is now on the market for at least the pre-sale. So
they are cool. I've seen those. I've watched the videos. They're neat. But I couldn't imagine people actually. I mean, if we had flying cars in Las Vegas, you would have to be dodging debris constantly. I mean, you'd have to wear a helmet. It just wouldn't work out. Would not work out. Yeah, so just wanted to, since we got there, I figured start off with the old WrestleMania tickets and go from there. A couple title changes, guys. Couple title changes this week already.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people are happy about either of them. Jey Uso loses the Intercontinental title to Bron Breakker, and Chris Jericho is once again the Ring of Honor World Champion with some dastardly deeds from his friends, taking out Mark Briscoe. The reaction was a little negative online to both. But Phil, what did you think about these two title changes we've already had this week? And we got Bound for Glory coming up Friday too.
I mean, I kind of felt I felt like Braun was coming. To be very honest, I when he lost it, I was like, this is a little quick. So I felt like it was coming back sooner than later. Yeah, Jericho. It's Chris Jericho. Like, there's no doubting the talent and ability of Chris Jericho. He's a name recognized icon in wrestling. At the same time, like, does he need it? I don't think wrestling needs it. I don't think Ring of Honor needs it. I don't think he needs it. So, but that is my opinion.
Stu, is this just because everybody's right now not on the Jericho train and they're just trying to draw heat? I mean,
there was okay. Let me the Jey Uso Bron Breakker thing. I agree with Phil in that you had Bron Breakker lose the title. It seemed like out of the blue, and then just to turn around 3-4 weeks later and have him get it right back makes me wonder. Okay, then why'd you do the title change in the first place? Mm-hmm. So that one, yeah. The Jericho one, and look, I have said on this show how much I love Mark Briscoe. He is Ring of Honor, and I'm talking Ring of Honor going all the way back. In fact, just the other day, talking to Kerry Silkin, and he and I were commiserating over Joe Koff's passing away. Jericho doesn't need it, obviously. I read, I think it was Meltzer saying something to the effect that it may be that Tony Khan wants to try to get ROH on something more than just Honor Club.
Oh, maybe that is a possibility.
They want some name recognition, so you put the belt on Jericho and then maybe have him drop it back to Mark Briscoe or somebody at Final Battle, assuming they're having Final Battle, which you would think they are. I'm not crazy about that. I didn't think the title change was needed. I would have liked to have seen Mark carry that title to Final Battle, at least. But it is what it is.
It is just one of those things where I think we're all kind of like, I don't know. Doc, you're writing reviews on these things. I can only imagine how your fingers were feeling when you were typing those words.
So I do my best not to bring personal feelings into those.
Yeah.
I knew that I'm trying to just rate that match, not the booking decision of putting Chris Jericho over. The ladder match itself was fine. Like nobody will remember it in a year as being anything more than what it was, but like I don't know. If ROH is getting a TV deal, then Chris Jericho might have a longer reign than people want. But like that only matters if Jericho goes to Ring of Honor and does stuff, which he never really did during his last reign. Like that's the problem, is ROH titles are featured more prominently on AEW television than they are on Ring of Honor television, except for Athena, who never gets a spotlight on AEW television for some dumb reason. The Bron Breaker thing I saw coming. I don't mind hot potato title changes once in a while, and WWE has shied away from doing that for a while. So like it doesn't surprise me that it happened here. And they need Jay to be open to the idea of returning to the bloodline, or at least working with Roman. So getting that title off him kind of opens him up to do more there. But yeah, the Jericho one, I'm just like, why, guys?
Yeah, who knows? Well, the mind of Tony Khan and the gang. I'm sure there is a reason. Now, whether it's a good one or not, I don't know, but we'll find out.
I was like, are you really sure?
Maybe it's the sickos that wanted it.
Yeah. Maybe. What? Why would the sickos
Remember he says he books for the sickos.
Yeah, I remember that. What would the sickos want? Why would the sickos want Chris Jericho?
No. Why would you want to put that on Jericho in the first place? I don't know.
Yeah, well, good for Chris. He's the Nueve now, so very nice. All right, let's take a breather, guys. And by the way, when we come back a little bit later on in the show, I am going to be putting these guys through the ringer with an. Well, it's pretty new because, we've only done 2 episodes of the show, but they're going to be playing Breakout tonight. They've been warned. They know what's coming, but we're going to have a lot of fun testing these guys' knowledge later on in the show. And, of course, I do want to remind everybody, if you wouldn't mind, hey, go to thetravelshark.com. Where you see what these ticket prices are like. Go to thetravelshark.com/Hoke show. That's the big part, because then I get paid. That would be nice. Then we have a budget, which would be even better. But you can get terrific hotel room prices on there. It's powered by Priceline, gets you all of those unbelievable mystery deals. Well, they're not mysteries anymore. Just check it out, sign up, and I'm going to tell you the hotel prices are way lower than what you're paying on the other sites. So do me a favor, go to thetravelshark.com/Hoke show. That's the important part, /Hoke show, and sign up today. And you can use it whenever you want. It's a terrific site, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. So take a look at thetravelshark.com. And if I'd have had one thing queued up here, I would have been in terrific shape. There we go. Get that going here. Thank you. Need a little music to play us out. It's Phil Stamper, Stu Myrick, and Chris Mueller from Bleacher Report joining us here on the Mark Hoke Show late night. Very happy to have all of you with us. Don't forget to interact with us in the chat box as well. We'd certainly appreciate it. Take a break, and we will be right back. Want a matching bonus up to $500 and have fun betting on pro wrestling plus all your favorite sports and entertainment events? Then you need to check out betonline.ag. Bet on all the top wrestling events, plus you can get a free 50% matching bonus up to $1,000 on your initial deposit. Just go to markhokeshow.com, click on the betonline.ag link, and use sign-up code BOL1000 to get in on the action today and receive your 50% matching bonus. So get in on all the betting excitement. Sign up right now on markhokeshow.com with betonline.ag.
Looking for high-quality custom screen printing in Las Vegas? Look no further than Off-Grid Creations. Need a few custom t-shirts for a local event, band merchandise, or family reunion? We've got you covered. Large order of uniforms for your staff, sports team, or club? We can handle that too. Our experienced team will work closely with you throughout the entire process from design consultation to final product. Call us at 661-300-1115. That's 661-300-1115, or visit our website at off-gridcreations.com. Get a free consultation today.
Hey there, adventure seeker. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site. The best unpublished hotel deals. thetravelshark.com.
All right, let's get back to it. Now that I was hitting the correct buttons, still kind of getting the hang of my stuff on here, doing this a little bit differently. With Phil Stamper from the Wrestling Revolver, Stu Myrick joined us from Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, and from Bleacher Report, the tired old man. Not Chris Mueller joined us, guys. Hope we're having a great time tonight. What's going on, fellas? Phil's getting into the music.
Because Phil needs to stay awake because he's 3 hours in a different time zone.
Yeah, well, you know.
Bill, I'm with you, man. It's getting close to my bedtime.
Oh, then we're gonna have a great time coming up. That should be fun, making you guys actually think about what you're doing. Hey, did you guys see I made some news this week?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Did you see?
Well, kind of. Wheeler Yuta did. I just happened to ask him a question or two. So we got some answers from Wheeler, and of course, Wheeler was part of another big attack on Chuck Taylor this week on Dynamite. But first, want to thank just a ton of media outlets covered the interview I did with Wheeler, which we'll be hearing on the Mark Hoke Show on Sunday, of course, 8 to 10 on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the Odyssey app, and streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and X. So here's what he said, guys. You ready? I got in the ring. I think the decision was pretty clear. Brian's done a lot for me in my life, my career, but so have Claudio and John. So when you get in the ring in that situation, my choices were either I could cut my losses, I could stay with the two guys that have a world championship, the guys that are going to be there, another guy who I hold a trios championship with, I could stay with them, or I could just blindly stick with Brian. But maybe they were right, because two of them are still wrestling and one of them's not. So it's a difficult decision, not one I took lightly. Not one that I enjoy, but it is what it is. What do you think? Decent answer, Phil?
He's not Baby Yuta anymore. Like he's standing up, and he made a decision that's making a lot of people like re-question what they think about Yuta. He was the up and coming rising kid that a lot of people were looking at, and look at the prominent position he was placed in, and now he was in this really difficult decision, and he chose a side. And man, did he make a statement when he did.
Yeah, because he's just a super nice guy. And by the way, Phil, once again, he did say hi to you, so I will acknowledge your presence. Doc, what did you think?
I feel like doing the Yuta turn and the Kyle Fletcher turn on Ospreay so close together was, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. But, you know, it is what it is. Keeping Yuta with Moxley is a better decision than having him go off on his own and whatever after Bryan's gone. So I like Yuta a lot. I'm glad that they're keeping him in a prominent role. I think he's got a really, really bright future as long as he just keeps doing what he's been doing.
Yeah, no doubt. Stu, what'd you think of this?
Yeah, I'm with Chris on that one. It's he chose a side, and so he will stick with that side. He's a good dude. I remember hearing he had a first here in Austin. He was either his first win or his first title win or something like that, but it happened when they were here in Austin. And he's a nice guy. We'll see where, that story. And I have gone through several machinations of this. Like, for instance, the greater good. Is there a puppeteer that's orchestrating all this? And I keep going back and forth between, of course, there's going to be, we're going to see who the, forgive the pun, higher power is going to be. And then there are days I go, no, this is Moxley basically wanting to recreate, wants to tear down AEW and build it back up in his own image. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what they do in the coming weeks. How long does this story go? I would think it goes at least to World's End, especially considering the name of that pay-per-view seems apropos. I could see seeing them taking it into 2025, maybe even all the way to Revolution.
Yeah, there you go. And the funny part about the interview was Wheeler was just sitting there very calm, smile on his face, and just basically said, "I killed Daniel, and I'm okay with it." Yeah. That guy is one cool cucumber. I'll tell you what, unbelievable. He kept the bag, by the way. If you listen to the interview, actually, he still has the plastic bag. So good for him. But yeah, check that interview out on our YouTube channel at the Mark Hoke Show, and you can see everything Wheeler said. And we'll be, of course, playing that on Sunday as well. We have to say goodbye to somebody, guys. Samantha Irvin is out at WWE. Somebody reported that she told him that day, and I'm like, there's no way, and that got kiboshed. But one of the iconic ring announcers in pro wrestling history, I think she really did an amazing job. Very talented woman. Doc, what do you think may have brought this on? Obviously she's got a great future.
Well, the reports say she had other projects that she wanted to do that wouldn't have aligned with the WWE schedule, and I believe that. She is an incredibly talented singer, and it would not shock me at all if there were people interested in doing things with her singing-wise. And, I mean, she also plays the flute, and she's very good at that, too. So, she does have options, but I'm sad to see her go. I've been a big fan of her pretty much since she got there. She just has an incredible voice, and what she did for people with these different ways of announcing their names, like Chelsea Green specifically, I'm really gonna miss hearing her introduce Chelsea Green every week. But I'm all for people choosing their own path. This was her choice. It wasn't like she was released. It said that there were no ill feelings on either side. So it's not impossible that someday she'll come back. But, for now, I just hope she's happy doing whatever she's doing. And Ricochet apparently said she's not coming to AEW, so that's not what's happening there. And AEW has been very happy with Justin Roberts for a long time. So I don't see them changing that either.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And Justin Roberts is iconic voice in WWE too. And, of course, Stu and I go back to the Howard Finkel days. and you can never forget the Fink.
I go back to Gary Michael Capetta, one of the most iconic voices back at the NWA. And AEW doesn't need another ring announcer. They got Justin Roberts. They got Arkady, whatever her last name is. They got the voice of Ring of Honor, my dear friend Bobby Cruz.
Yeah.
They got enough, and yeah, I'm good on Samantha to, kind of spread her wings and let's see what she can do. Hey, she's a great singer. I'm in the live music capital of the world. Hey, bet we could get her a gig down here.
Anybody who's never seen her sing should go look it up. She's genuinely incredible.
Yeah, she would be somebody, to maybe get on America's Got Talent or something like that.
Well, she was on one of those reality shows, but it wasn't like that level of America's Got Talent. I think it was called like I Know Your Voice or something like that. And people had to guess whether or not she could actually sing. And not only did she sing, but she played the flute, and she just nailed it.
Yeah, Phil, the ring announcing job, very important. And, it's going to be sad to see her go for sure.
Alicia Taylor is doing a great job on SmackDown. They had Lillian back for Raw this week, so they're fine. They'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but Phil, that job is very important. Very important.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely it is. You're the narrator for the audience in many respects. For the live crowd, you are helping it give some of that energy to the live crowd that needs it. And how critical that is on television too, just to start, feeling that vibe. It's like the official placeholder. On a live event, what people don't realize about a ring announcer is that they're often like the front of house manager at a restaurant. Like they're able to okay, I see this happening in the crowd. This is where people need more energy focused, or these guys are causing a problem, or these guys need to be fed a little bit more of the attention because they're going to be the rowdy ones to give you more heat. Now, certainly in the WWE, that's going to be a different mechanism, but that is such a linchpin piece that you have to have as part of a company.
Yeah, and I've met Bruce Buffer and interviewed him a couple of times, and just the impact that you can have, and even with just one line, just one line. I mean, look at what him and Dave and his brother did. I mean, let's get ready to. I can't say it because I'll have to pay for it. But it's such an important piece to the puzzle, and people I think don't realize it. But we're all going to miss Samantha. One other thing that happened on Raw this week, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I'm curious to get some different viewpoints on this one. The Carlito, I got to learn Chinese comment. A very it was a joke, and he was playing a dumb guy. But some people got mad, and then WWE actually cut it off their digital videos of this. Phil, a joke, or is this more serious and were people warranted in getting upset?
I think it was meant as a joke. It was not taken as a joke. That's where it went wrong. I think what we've talked about before is, if you look at how the WWE has structured some of their groupings of talent, it is looking like they've grouped them by racial association. Mm-hmm. And so this is also the negative consequence of doing that, because then it's like, well, I'm going to make a joke that seems to be about me, but is using what is now exactly what's happened. It's become a racial insensitivity. So it's like, well, you did that because you were targeting a group using another group, and it becomes very challenging. And so maybe you shouldn't put yourself in a situation where that happens.
Yeah, Stu, what was your reaction when you saw that hit?
Exactly what Phil said. I think it was meant as a joke. It was meant to, Carlito was trying to make himself look stupid, and ended up not being a joke. There are better ways to do that. The fact that WWE put Carlito in that position is, is unfortunate. However, given some of the things we have learned through all these different lawsuits, through the Netflix documentary, through other just following WWE, WWF for all these years, sadly, it's not terribly surprising.
It's bad timing, and Doc, the WWE has been, I think, trying to get the message across that Carlito ad-libbed that line. I don't know, but what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's the kind of joke you would have expected Stifler to make in American Pie. Like, it's
Right.
really...
Yeah, I'll give that, yeah.
It's really not that funny, even if you take out the offensive part of it. It's just dumb. So, if Carlito ad-libbed the line, it flopped, and he's a veteran, he should know better. Like, and he's also somebody who's likely dealt with being stereotyped racially at some point in his career, so you would hope he would maybe be a little more sensitive to something like that. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things that, like, it's an unfortunate incident, but it's also not the end of the world. If Io and Kyrie were upset about it, I'm sure Carlito probably apologized.
Mhm.
I don't think it's the kind of thing that's going to lead to him being fired.
No. Yeah, and I know that well, there was a report that that they said that they weren't offended by the joke and, just let it go. But, who knows? That's a public statement as opposed to, what did you just say? And getting beat up in Gorilla.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but, some goofy stuff going on in WWE. But it's funny, Phil, and before we get away from it and move on, you mentioned about how a lot of the groups in WWE seem to be put together by race. And, I get it to a point because there is a marketing standpoint to that. But man, wouldn't it be nice to see, a black wrestler and a Caribbean wrestler and a white guy and, in a stable together just one time,
Wouldn't that be interesting? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was. I remember the WrestleMania that was in New Orleans. My brain is now forgetting which one that was.
It's either 30 or 34.
And I went. I think the later one.
Okay, 34.
Yeah. I was down there because I was involved with other events that were down there that weekend, and I go check out New Orleans. I came down a few days earlier, like, hey, I want to go visit the town. And I go to the Civil War Museum, which was a little bit more about the War of Northern Aggression than it was the Civil War. And I walk out, and they had done the pillars on the street with, like, banners for WrestleMania. And the people featured on the banner were the New Day. And I was like, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but damn, I like it. Like,
Yeah.
This was the right place to go. And now I'm like, why can't we mix it up? Like, come on, guys.
And it would be an interesting question to ask because, one thing, and I'll tell the story again real fast. I was at a SmackDown when Bayley stabbed the Bayley buddies, but I was sitting with an African-American family. And when the New Day came out, the kids that were there just went crazy. They loved those guys, and then, and I get that you see, someone that looks like you and you identify and it makes you happy, so I get it. But at the same time, it would be nice to blend things up. By the way, Bonnie Scoop's in the chat box, and I always have to give him his shout out. Yo! So Scoop's there, yo.
Which, by the way, that's another reason why you shouldn't break up the New Day.
I
am totally against this stupid storyline about Xavier Woods. It's kind of like you don't break up the Rock and Roll Express, you don't break up the Road Warriors, you don't break up the New Day.
I would agree with that. I'm not happy about it. I guess they're just trying to get Woods his push, but
They
Yeah.
can do that without breaking them up, without making them go against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it with Kofi and Big E.
Right.
Yeah, poor
Right.
Woods. I mean, he did win the King of the Ring tournament, and then nobody did anything with him. So it was kind of, I don't know.
Give that man the IC title. That's what he's been lobbying for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm down with that. Well, maybe the New Day needs some new merch, and if they do, they can give our friends a call at Off Grid Creations. Great guy, Mike, and his team over there are phenomenal. You see that sign behind me? They made that. They made the shirts. You can check them out right now. Go to off-gridcreations.com and give Mike a call at 661-300-1115. Free brand development consultation. They'll sit down and talk to you, help you out. You can get new shirts made, maybe for Bleacher Report or, the Wrestling Revolver, or just Phil Stamper's an evil son of a gun, or whatever you want to do, or, Texas won't lose another game, whatever you guys want to do with it. So please check it out. Go to off-gridcreations.com. Once again, give Mike a call, 661-300-1115. All right. And when we come back, guys, it's time. I'm going to put your brains to the test. We're going to play Breakout. Should be something else. I can't wait. I have some great, fun questions for everybody. And I don't know who to bet on, though. We have to go to betonline.ag and see who's going to come up with it. But we're having a great time here on the Mark Hoke Show late night. Phil Stamper, Stu Myrick, Doc Chris Mueller from Bleacher Report joining me. Certainly appreciate it. We will be right back.
Looking for high-quality custom screen printing in Las Vegas? Look no further than Off Grid Creations. Need a few custom t-shirts for a local event, band merchandise, or family reunion? We've got you covered. Large order of uniforms for your staff, sports team, or club? We can handle that too. Our experienced team will work closely with you throughout the entire process, from design consultation to final product. Call us at 661-300-1115. That's 661-300-1115, or visit our website at off-gridcreations.com. Get a free consultation today.
Hey there, adventure seeker. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site. The best unpublished hotel deals. TheTravelShark.com.
Want a matching bonus up to $500 and have fun betting on pro wrestling plus all your favorite sports and entertainment events? Then you need to check out betonline.ag. Bet on all the top wrestling events, plus you can get a free 50% matching bonus up to $1,000 on your initial deposit. Just go to markhokeshow.com, click on the betonline.ag link, and use sign-up code BOL1000 to get in on the action today and receive your 50% matching bonus. So get in on all the betting excitement. Sign up right now on markhokeshow.com with betonline.ag. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Mark Hoke Show late night. Gosh, I love jazz. It's fun. Phil Stamper from the Wrestling Revolver. You can follow him on X at Trust and Phil. Stu Myrick from Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. He's at Stu Myrick, STEWMYRCK. And, of course, Dr. Chris Mueller, our Lord and Savior, for having to not have to watch everything live at BR_Doctor. Who does amazing work, by the way. I love Doc's work. You're just incredible.
Thank you. I mean, don't build me up too much here.
Oh, wow. What am I not supposed to do? What am I going to get on here and say? Well, he's mediocre.
I mean, he's okay.
Now there's pressure.
Damn pressure.
I just assumed nobody was reading anything.
Oh man, I absolutely love this guy. I'll tell you what.
But at least
All
there's
right.
a built-in theme song like "Doctor, Doctor, give me the news."
Nice.
Like it's right there.
I can put that together. I can do that.
There you go.
But all right, guys, it is time. I am going to be making your brains scream out there, everybody. We're going to have a lot of fun here because it is time to play Breakout. I even got the old school stuff out. All right. We are going to be playing Breakout with the guys. An unbelievably fun game. You're going to have a blast, and you're probably going to laugh at these guys a little bit too. But you know what? They may sweep all these categories we're going to do, and may roll it out. But basically what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to give everybody a question that is a list, and these guys have to take turns going through and answering, picking out one thing on the list and try to run it out. And if they do, they'll break out. But it's very simple. So, fellas, here's how we do this. We've got 8 categories. We'll see how long we run, if we use them all or not, plus a mystery category at the end. And if you end up being the last man standing in each category, you get the points. Plus, you're going to get a chance to run out the category and get bonus points too. Guy who has most points at the end of the game is our big winner and can tell the universe that they are the first ever Breakout champion. Simple? Scared? Nervous? Everybody's just like, what?
Sure.
My memory isn't the greatest. I don't even remember what happened on Raw last week. So let's see what happens.
All right. Okay. So guys, here are going to be your categories we'll get to choose from. And Doc, since you're our regular, non-regular guest, I will give you the first choice. We've got Back in the Saddle, United States of Hot Potatoes, Superman's Fetish, You're Gonna Go Blind, Closing the Curtain, TNA King Up Your Time, Whoop, there it is, and That Works For Me, Brother. Those are your categories. Doc, you get the first pick of the category. What do you want to do?
If I don't go with Superman's Fetish just to find out what it is, I'm going to regret it. So let's do it.
All right, Doc. And so we'll go Doc, Phil, Stu as we go through the list here. All right. There are 12 answers on this question. Well, Superman's Fetish, of course, we all know that every girl that he seems to like to bang has letters with the same, or name with the same first 2 letters, usually LL. So, guys, here's your question. There are 12 former or current WWE, AEW, or WCW champions whose initials are the same all the way through. Whose initials are the same all the way through. You need to give me, you can get all 12 big points here for you. So, Doc.
So they have to have been a champion in the promotion in which they use this name, you're saying, correct?
That is correct.
So Vinny Vegas is off the table. Gotcha.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna have to take the easy one and go with Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is correct. Phil.
Lex Luthor.
Who?
Lex Luger. Sorry, Luger. What am I doing? Lex Luger.
I'll let that slide this time. Lex Luger is correct.
No,
Stu.
the fact that you did it on the Superman's Fetish thing, it's that worked out so perfectly.
That's why I let it slide.
That is already blown my mind. Okay, let's see. Man, you make me think, and it's late at night. And,
Yeah.
Let's see.
5 seconds.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Chris Candido. No,
that is incorrect. Stu, you are out.
Yeah, he was ECW. Yeah.
Doc.
Whatever.
You're gonna have to go with the big dog, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is correct. Phil Stamper. We still got 9 to go. Believe it or not.
Say the rules. Say the rules again. Really.
They have to have they are either a WWE, WCW, or AEW World Champion whose initials are the same all the way through.
That kills where I was thinking not just world, I was thinking other championships, and so
Yeah,
my brain was expanding. Crud.
Oh, come on, Phil. You got to get.
I know there has to be one like right there. My brain is yelling at me, Arn Anderson. And I know that's not right. I know he was not a world champion.
Is that your guess?
I'm going to say Arn Anderson.
That is incorrect. He was not a world champion,
Yeah.
but you had the right idea. Doc, you've got 3 points at least. You can pick up a lot more points here. 9 plus a 3 bonus points. Give me some more champs.
I'm gonna do this just to see if you accept it. Mike Mizanin.
Ooh,
No.
Ooh,
No, he's known as the Miz. No, I'm going to have to say
They've
incorrect.
referred to him as Mike Mizanin on WWE television.
No, but Doc, you got 3 points out of this. Your other answers: Stan Stasiak, Bob Backlund, Sergeant Slaughter, Triple H, Kofi Kingston. Swerve Strickland.
Triple H.
Yeah, Hunter Helmsley.
Helmsley, yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Sergeant isn't his name.
Sergeant isn't a name.
That's
a
his
rank.
billed as Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, but
Jeff-
that's a rank. That's not a name.
That's his
I was a
wrestling
sergeant
name.
in the United States Army. That's a rank.
Oh, it's his name.
That was
Jeff
Sergeant.
Jarrett, Scott Steiner, and by the way, Psycho Sid in WWE was because they spelled it S-Y. When
Did
he won
they
the
really?
championship. They did. Yeah, that caught me by surprise too. Doc, you got 3 points. Way to go. Way to go.
Fantastic.
All right. All right, Phil, let's get the categories back up here for you.
Lord.
What do we got?
What? Because this is probably going to get me in trouble with somebody. Let's go TNA King Your Time.
TNA King Your Time is Phil's selection. Phil and gentlemen, they're the top 15 TNA champions by days that they were champion. You need to name these. Give me the top 15 guys by the amount of days that they were champion.
TNA World
Phil-
Champion.
TNA World Champion.
Does
this
this
include
count the NWA title during the initial years of TNA?
No.
Does it include the
It-
Impact title when it was?
Well,
Impact
it's all the TNA World Champions, period. Sorry, I correct myself. It's all the TNA World Champions.
So
All
TNA
the
or
TNA World-
Impact.
Yeah, TNA World Champions. Yep.
Oh, TNA or Impact.
Yes.
World Champion.
Yes. All your guys.
All right.
All right. Top 15 by days. Phil Stamper, give me one.
Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett. I'm double checking. No,
No, because he was the NWA champion.
he is not on the list. Phil, you're out. He's not one of the top 15. You're out. Stu.
You got to go AJ Styles.
AJ Styles is a correct answer. Doc.
I'm gonna go Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe was 14th. So you got one of the bottom ones. Should we let Phil back in?
I think you should.
Okay, let's let Phil back in.
Because I
Phil,
would have.
give him
I
that
was
chance.
totally going to use Jeff Jarrett if he did.
All right.
So.
Phil.
Great. Now my brain has to reset. Sting.
Sting is correct.
Yeah.
He was 7th. Stu.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, number 1, correct. Doc.
Christian Cage. He had a pretty long title reign.
Incorrect. You are out.
Oh, but it was the NWA, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he's out. Phil. Phil's thinking here.
Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander is correct. He was number 6. Stu Myrick.
Drew Galloway.
Drew Galloway is incorrect.
Yeah, well.
Phil, after redemption, these guys were stupid enough to let you in, and you win the category, but you get a chance to keep going. What else we got? You run this out. You got 9 more answers plus 3 bonus points if you can run the table.
Moose.
Moose is correct. He is number 4. Don't anybody give him any hints here. Come on, Phil. Oh. See,
Now this is where my brain dies because now everybody else I'm thinking of, like, no, they were just it went super quick. Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy is correct. He was number 8 days as the TNA champion. Phil, keep going. Still got more.
EC3.
Incorrect. Here are your top 15 by days. Kurt Angle was number 1. Lashley was 2. Austin Aries 3. Then Moose. Bobby Roode was number 5. Then it was Josh Alexander, Sting, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Alex Shelley, Bully Ray, Johnny Impact, Rich Swann, Samoa Joe, and Brian Cage. Top 15 by days.
Rich Swann had it for that long. I did not realize.
I didn't realize.
I
didn't realize Johnny had it that long either. Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that didn't have that super long reigns, but
Okay.
Phil, you picked up 7 points on that. Nice job after choking.
There you go,
at the
Phil.
beginning. All right, Stu. Here you go.
Let me have closing the curtain.
Closing the curtain. Guys, I have a feeling you're going to run this. I hope you do. So, of course, closing the curtain would be the end of the show. WrestleMania is coming up. Name the main events for the first 12 WrestleManias. The main events for the first 12 WrestleManias. And the true world main events, by the way.
Okay.
Stu Myrick, you may begin.
Hogan, Mr. T versus Orndorff and Piper.
That is WrestleMania 1, correct. Doc.
Are we trying to go in order?
No, you don't have to go in order. Just name them.
Oh, okay. Well, Hogan, Andre.
Hogan and Andre, WrestleMania 3, correct. Phil Stamper.
Hogan Ultimate Warrior.
Hogan Ultimate Warrior, that was WrestleMania number 6, correct. Stu.
Hogan Bundy.
Hogan Bundy number 2, correct. Doc.
Bret Hart and Yokozuna.
Which WrestleMania?
Well, I'll go with 10.
Okay, that is correct. Let's see if you guys figure that one out. Phil Stamper.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm also doing other work on this.
Okay, yeah, just talking your mic so I can hear you, buddy.
Oh, I'm doing some other work on the side. Can you please repeat the question?
Okay, we're the main events for the first 12 WrestleManias.
Oh, I know.
Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter.
Slaughter Hogan is correct. That was WrestleMania 7. Stu.
All right, so let me think. Wasn't Bret Hart Yokozuna also WrestleMania 9?
That is correct. Doc Mueller.
Savage and Ultimate Warrior?
No, that is incorrect.
Damn.
Phil, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go for the first 12 WrestleManias.
Hogan Sid Justice.
Hogan Sid Justice is correct. That was WrestleMania 8. Stu Myrick.
Let's see. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart.
WrestleMania 12. That is correct. Phil Stamper. We've only 3 to go here. Oh, you're missing a big one.
Randy Savage. Ted DiBiase.
Correct. That was the final WrestleMania 4. Stu, 2 to go. Wow, big points here.
Oh, man. See? All right, gotta think here for a moment. Brett versus Owen.
That is incorrect.
Oh, all right.
Phil, you have won the category, so you're going to add to your lead here. Can you give me the last 2? You can get 2 more plus some bonus points.
What was the match we did say that had Yokozuna in it?
We had both of them.
Oh,
We
did?
had the 2 Hart Yokozunas. They were back to back. Oh, you guys
Shawn
get kicked.
versus Brett. Shawn Michaels.
Already said that.
Oh, wait, well, we already did. Okay. I'm blanking. I'm
Blanking.
hard.
You're out? Giving up?
I'm out.
All right. Well, that is 10 points for Phil. It's going to put him up to 17. You're going to kill yourselves, guys. Randy Savage versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 5.
I knew there was a Savage one in there that I was missing.
And then probably what I thought was the toughest one, Bam Bam Bigelow and Lawrence Taylor.
That was a main event?
I was racking my brain about 11 because I didn't think that was the main event.
That was the main event of WrestleMania 11.
Same here. All right.
All right, so the score right now is Phil's at 17, Doc is at 3, Stu is not on the board yet. Doc, it's going to you. What do you got?
Let's go back in the saddle.
Back in the saddle. Oh, you got now. This one's an interesting one. Of course, the 4 horsewomen: Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bayley, Becky Lynch have won a ton of world championships in WWE. But can you guys name the 9 women that beat them for championships over the years? It's only 9. Doc.
So
9 women that have at some point beat Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, or who am I forgetting? Sasha Banks for a world championship in WWE.
So we're obviously not counting when one of them beat the other one.
No, not them. They're out. You can't count them.
Okay. Well, Nia Jax. We'll just start
Nia
with
Jax
the most
is
recent
correct.
one.
That is correct. Phil Stamper.
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey is correct. Stu Myrick.
My God, why am I blanking? Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss is correct.
All right, there we go.
That is correct. Doc.
Damn it, that was going to be the one I was going to choose.
I pulled that one out of my ass.
Well, you better keep digging. There's more.
I don't remember who she beat, so I'm just going to say Naomi.
Naomi is incorrect. You are out.
Damn it.
Phil Stamper.
I just had a name in my brain. Asuka.
Asuka is correct. Stu. Still got 5 to go. It's a couple tough ones.
Io Shirai, Io Sky.
That is incorrect. Oh, you guys just gave Phil 4 more points. But it could be more. Phil, there's 5 more here.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley is correct.
Damn it. I was going to say Rhea.
Why is my brain have a name and then I look for a second and my brain loses it? I'm going to say Carmella.
Carmella is correct. She cashed in her Money in the Bank case. That is correct.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a shot at this now. 3 to go.
Liv Tyler.
Who?
Liv Tyler.
My brain's broken right now.
Liv Tyler?
Liv Tyler, and I know that's wrong.
I've counted him out for that because he said Liv Tyler. but you got 6 out of that, Phil, so that's not bad. Last answer is Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and Nikki ASH.
Okay.
Oh,
she cashed in too.
Right.
Yep. Nikki ASH cashed in. All right. So Phil is now at 23, Doc's at 3, and Stu is still trying to get on the board. But that's okay because he will. He'll have a chance.
I wouldn't say I'm trying.
Okay. Fair enough. Phil, your choice.
United States of Hot Potatoes.
The United States of Hot Potatoes. All right, guys. This one's going to be interesting. I think this is one of the tougher ones I made. In WCW, they were not shy to switch championships. But in the period from 1998 to 1999, the U.S. title switched hands 18 times. 18, including 3 one-day reigns, a 2-day reign, and 2 vacancies. 12 men held that championship during that 2-year period. Name the 12 guys from 1998 to 1999 in WCW that were the United States champion. Bill.
Lance Storm.
Incorrect. You're out. Stu Myrick.
All right, between 98 and 99, Mongo. Steve Mongo Michael.
Oh, Doc, if you can give me an answer, you're going to get a chance to run this out.
Bret Hart,
It's wrong.
Bret Hart is correct. Keep going.
Booker T.
No, that is incorrect.
Damn. So 1 point.
Doc, you got 1 point out of that.
Hooray.
Here's your list. Bret Hart, Roddy Piper, Scott Hall, Scott Steiner, David Flair, Chris Benoit, Sid Vicious, Goldberg, Jeff Jarrett, Diamond Dallas Page, Raven, and Lex Luger were your 12 U.S. champions in that crazy run. So 1 point. Wow, you guys laid a brick on that one. Let's see. Stu, I believe it's your choice.
That works for me, brother.
That works for me, brother. Well, we all know Hulk Hogan doesn't like to lose very much. Probably still wouldn't do a job if he had to. But he's done jobs cleanly to 14 professional wrestlers in his career. Clean losses. Name those 14 guys. Stu, start.
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior is correct. Doc.
I'm only saying this to pop myself because I don't think it's on your list, but Billy Kidman.
Billy Kidman is not correct. It was not a clean.
It should be. It should be on the list.
Yeah, I agree. It should be.
I'm gonna
a
presidential veto.
Phil, do you want to give him another chance? You guys
yes.
want to give him another shot? Because that was a funny answer. Doc, go ahead. Give me the.
Shoot. Well, The Rock.
The Rock is correct.
Although that wasn't really clean either.
No, it was
Didn't
clean.
the NWO get involved, or was that after the match was over?
That was after the match. It was after the
okay.
match.
Yeah,
Clean win for The Rock. Phil.
Yokozuna.
That is incorrect. Incorrect.
Oh, because it wasn't clean because Fuji threw the salt.
That's right. Is incorrect. Stu, come on now. We got to get you on. Goldberg is correct. Still have 11 to go, Doc.
The Giant? Paul White? Big Show? Back when he was the Giant?
That is incorrect. Stu. All right. Here's your chance. There's still 11 guys that beat Hogan clean.
Okay, so let's see. Beat Hogan clean.
Said Ultimate Warrior, Goldberg, and The Rock.
Rock. But that one. No, that one. Edge.
That is incorrect. 3 points for Stu. Here's your list. Bob Armstrong, believe it or not, beat Hogan clean. I actually saw the video of that.
Bob Armstrong?
Bob Armstrong. Yep. It's on.
Did they win?
I think it was 79 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Andre the Giant, Antonio Inoki, Tony Atlas, Jacques Rougeau, Kurt Angle, Roddy Piper, Sting, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and Lex Luger. All are the ones that got clean wins on Hulk Hogan. All right, so Phil is still out in front, 23-4-3. Phil, you're dominating. I don't know how, but you are. You're the president of wrestling, I suppose. Let's see. Phil. All right, Doc. We've got two of these left. Let's see. It's Whoop. There it is, and you're going to go blind. Which one you want?
I'll go Whoop. There it is as a tag team fan from back in the day.
There you go. And you are correct. This is a tag team question. Pro Wrestling Illustrated does some terrific awards, of course, giving out their year-end awards. From the year 2000 through the year 2015, there were only 2 repeat winners in the whole thing, which is unbelievable. And nobody went back to back. Can you guys name the 14 tag teams that were tag team of the year, according to Pro Wrestling Illustrated, from the years 2000 up to 2015, Doc?
Oh, gosh. The Hardy Boys?
Correct.
Wow.
Phil.
The Young Bucks.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Not that far back. Stu.
Edge and Christian.
Believe it or not, that is incorrect. They were never tag team of the year in that period.
All right.
Some friends of theirs were, I would say, but Doc, the door's open here for you, man. I got 13 teams left. Some of these I wouldn't remember.
I know.
Were the Motor City Machine Guns ever tag team of the year?
They were. They did win it once.
Wow. Okay.
There's two.
That was almost my pick.
I don't think it's going to be on there, but I'm going to say the Dudley Boys.
They were one of the two-time guys there. Yes. They did
Really?
it twice during that period. Once it's
Wow.
Dudley Boys, once it's Team 3D. Keep rolling.
This is where I'm bad because there was a few years in there where I wasn't watching WWE, and there was a few years in there where WWE's tag team division was garbage.
That's correct. That's part of why this question's so fun.
London and Kendrick.
Correct.
There we go.
Eddie and Ray.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
Four points for you, sir.
Daniels and Kazarian.
You're gonna die laughing on some of these. Billy and Chuck. They were tag team of the year. The world's greatest tag team, America's Most Wanted, Eminem, AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. Oh, Beer Money. That one. I'm disappointing you guys. Kofi and R-Truth. Kofi Kingston and R-Truth were a tag team of the year. The Shield, the Usos, and the New Day.
Okay.
So there you go. So Doc picks up 4 more. That puts Doc up to 8. Phil's still somehow out in front despite bricking some of these questions, but he's at 23-8-3. Phil, so here is your you don't get to choose the category, but you get to lead it off. You're gonna go blind is the category. All right. Nobody wanted to touch that one, did you?
Oh.
Nobody wanted to touch it.
Is this an eye patch question?
No, this is not an iPad.
Colors of Mist.
No.
There we go.
No.
Yeah.
But of course, John Cena is a 16-time world champion. Name the guys that he took the. I should let me rephrase that. Name who he took the belt off. Who had the belt when he won the championship? So whoever he beat, and there's kind of a little twist in this question. I will warn you. So name the guys that John Cena took the belt away from for his championship reigns. Phil.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton is correct. He did it twice to him. Stu.
Edge.
He did it 3 times to Edge. Chris.
JBL.
JBL won. That was his first one. Correct. Phil.
This is where my brain's like,
Start thinking back. Some WrestleManias.
right. Flair.
I'm sorry?
Flair?
Incorrect. You're out. Guys, you got a chance to catch Phil here. Stu.
Triple H.
Triple H is incorrect. Never beat Triple H for the title. Doc, the door's open for you, buddy.
CM Punk?
No.
No.
Oh, man. All right. Well, this game was tougher than I thought it was going to be. Chris Jericho. Sheamus, who he beat in a...
Damn, I was going to say Sheamus next.
Elimination Chamber. Batista, The Miz, that monstrosity, horrible booking over Rey Mysterio Jr., Alberto Del Rio, The Rock, AJ Styles, and one time nobody had the belt. He won it in a Money in the Bank match, or a ladder match at Money in the Bank. So
I blocked Alberto Del Rio out of my memory. I forgot about that.
I think a lot of people have.
We all did.
All right, so Doc's at 10, Phil's at 23, Stu's at 3. But believe it or not, you're going to have it. All of you are still in the game for the final question Okay, so this is the mystery category final question. We are visiting Las Vegas, guys. WrestleMania 9.
Okay.
Of course, the last time WrestleMania was here. Name each wrestler that wrestled on the card. There are 22 people that wrestled. And I'm not talking seconds or anything like that. 22 people that wrestled at WrestleMania 9. Stu, you are behind right now, so I'm going to give you the first shot.
Yokozuna.
Yokozuna is correct. Doc.
Well, Bret Hart.
Bret Hart is correct. Phil.
Undertaker.
Undertaker is correct. Stu.
El Gigante, Giant Gonzalez, whatever his name was there.
Giant Gonzalez is correct. Doc.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is correct. Phil.
Minus Vegas. Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner is correct. There we go. Stu.
Rick Steiner.
Rick Steiner is correct. Now you guys can start piecing the card together. Doc.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is correct. Phil.
Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon is correct. Stu. Oh, we're going to have a big finish. This is going to be fun. Stu.
Diesel.
Oh, no. No Diesel. No Diesel. Doc.
Tatanka.
Tatanka is correct. Phil.
Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect is correct. Doc.
So, Fatu.
Correct.
Oh, thank God.
Fatu, I'm going to say Samu.
Correct. Stu's sitting there like, oh my God, now I remember. Doc.
Luger?
Lex Luger is correct.
I was going to say Luger. Demon. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to go.
Papa Shango?
Papa Shango is correct. Doc.
Doink.
Doink the Clown is correct. Phil. By the way, Ted DiBiase is correct. By the way, you've hit all the matches, one way or another. Doc.
Well, I got to go with Doink's opponent because that's what popped into my head. Crush, but I think at the time maybe he was Kona Crush.
He was Crush. We're good. We'll take that. Phil.
Erwin R. Shyster.
Erwin R. Shyster is wow. You guys are rolling this one. Doc. I got 1, 2, 3 people left. That's it.
Oh. Hogan was in another match with Beefcake.
Brutus Beefcake is correct. 2 to go. And Doc, if you win this, you're going to win the game. Whoever gets this is going to win it. 2 to go.
I love that you picked what is unironically one of my favorite WrestleManias. I've seen this event. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I've seen this event so many times.
I'm going to get this wrong. All right, my brain is arguing for both sets of people I'm thinking of. I'm arguing between 2 sets of people.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Tito Santana.
Tito Santana is correct.
Wow. Way to go, Phil.
Tito or Ricky, and I couldn't remember.
So now, Doc, if you get this, you guys are going to split this, and I could do a tiebreaker on this question too. Doc, name the last person that wrestled on this card.
I can't remember if somebody already mentioned him, but I think Razor fought Backlund.
Bob Backlund is correct. You guys ran the table on that. So I'll give you a chance. You can split the points, or I could add a little extension onto this card. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, if we split it, Phil's going to win, so you know
Right.
my vote.
Phil, president of wrestling, are you going to give Doc a chance here?
Yes, I'll give him a chance.
There were 7 people that were either managers, valets, or seconds at WrestleMania 9. Can you name them 2? Phil?
Paul Bearer.
Correct.
Sherry.
Sensational Sherry is correct.
Luna.
Luna Vachon is correct.
Mr. Fuji.
Mr. Fuji is correct.
Alpha.
Alpha is correct.
Whippleman. What's his first name?
Harvey Whippleman is correct. Phil, you got to name the last one, and you're going to hold on to win this thing. Otherwise, Doc takes it. You got to name the last person that was a part of WrestleMania.
You could tell when we all grew up watching wrestling.
Because my brain is going dink.
Oh.
Who's with that? Virgil.
Incorrect.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, Doc. Doc, who's the last one?
Oh God, how did we not think of it immediately? Wherever Hulk Hogan goes, Jimmy Hart has to be right there with him.
There you go.
I was thinking Virgil too because of DiBiase.
Yeah, he wasn't listed on the card, so there you go. Doc, you're a winner. Congratulations. Nice comeback.
Wow. Honestly, I'm not joking. WrestleMania 9, because it's so maligned, is one of the reasons I like it. Because it's so bad. It is, but that is the perfect representation of what that era of WWE was like. Like Doink the Clown and Bret Hart and Hulk Hogan all being on the same show. It's just funny to me.
Yeah, I'm going to review the tape, though, and see if Virgil was on there. They didn't have him listed, but that would make sense. But, yeah, they didn't have him on there. So, there you go. Doc Mueller, you are the breakout champion. Way to go. You did it.
So I get WrestleMania tickets, right?
Well, you can come out and visit, and I'll, buy you a crumble cookie or something. Are you coming out?
For Mania?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I don't even really. I live near Chicago, and I barely make it to Chicago for shows.
Oh my God! Well, that was fun, guys. What'd you think? You have a good time doing that? Take a little trip down memory lane.
It was nice.
Yeah, the tag team question. I cannot believe some of those teams, Kofi and R-Truth. But then
that is AMW.
You got to remember, a lot of their ranking is just based off the number of wins a team gets.
Yeah,
that was more of the vote then too. Actually, I've got it right here. Where was that? That was. Give me a second.
I'm gonna guess it was like 2011.
2012.
Oh God.
This was, and you had mentioned, I think Stu, you had mentioned Danielson, Kazarian. They were the runner up that year.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the runner up. Team Hell No was second, and then was third, and then Samoa Joe and Magnus was the other team that year.
God.
Yeah, I
would never gotten that one.
Now that's a rough year for tag teams right there.
The last 20 years of wrestling is just like a big mush for me. Like, I remember stuff from my childhood watching wrestling so vividly, and then the last 20 years, especially the 16 that I've been covering it, it's like I barely remember what time anything happened.
I'm there with you.
Yeah, it's hard because when you're really having to dive into it, it just all blends together. You don't get that individual moment.
I can tell you this. I can tell you specifics about all those Star Wars cards with World Class at Reunion Arena and Texas Stadium. But man,
I honestly don't know how I pulled any match out of WrestleMania out of my head.
There's some tough ones there. I mean, like the Razor Ramon Bob Backlund match.
The fact that you got both Tito and Papa Shango impresses me because I forgot about that match completely.
Oh yeah.
I kept in my brain. I was seeing Ricky Steamboat though. That's why I was like, Ricky, Tito, Ricky.
I think Ricky was in WCW at that point.
Yeah.
He was. In fact, he was tagging with Dustin Rhodes at the time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
what an era.
It was something else, that is for sure. That was a lot of fun, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, so let me give you guys a chance before we wrap it up, just to let you talk about what everybody's got going on right now. Stu, I'll give it to you first.
Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, where we get your podcast. And I got a text from Mark Henry earlier this evening. Mark Henry, of course, World's Strongest Man, WWE Hall of Famer, one half of the morning kickoff with Mike Harge on AM 1300 The Zone here in Austin. For those that are even around the Austin area, he's doing a gumbo cook-off this Saturday. From 3 to 7 p.m. Central. It is at a restaurant called Whip My Soul. For those that are familiar with Austin, it is at 620 and Anderson Mill in Northwest Austin. But yeah, he's doing a gumbo cook-off. He's made gumbo before. I've had his gumbo. It's pretty good.
Well, who's going to tell him it's not good?
I'm serious. He actually makes good gumbo.
I bet he does.
He did a cook-off. It was there's a Cajun restaurant. There's a suburb of Austin up north called Pflugerville, and there's a Cajun restaurant there, and he did a gumbo cook-off. He did a deal. It was him against one of the chefs at that restaurant, and he did a good job. It was good stuff. Mark is a foodie, believe it or not.
Oh, I believe
Mark is a foodie. So,
Phil, what do you have going on in your neck of the woods out there in the East?
So actually, Revolver's taking a momentary break on live events. We're not touching November, but we're going to come back in December with 2 events. But in the meantime, I'll be working with Honorary Wrestling Federation, MCW Pro Wrestling out in Maryland with, I think they have 4 events coming up in November. Real Shoot Wrestling out of West Virginia, Honorary Wrestling's out in Pennsylvania, and I think those are the big ones I have coming up, and then Revolver returns in December.
Nice. How's the knee, by the way? How are you doing with that?
It is progressing in its own time frame. It lets me know when it hates me, and today was the day it hated me.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Well, hope you get that better soon. And Dr. Mueller, what's going on with you at Bleacher Report?
I just dropped an interview with Adam Cole.
Yeah, that was a good one, by the way.
Thanks. That was he's a super nice guy. He's one of the nicest guys I've talked to both times I've interviewed him. Sometimes you can tell when a pro wrestler is like really, really, really passionate about it, and he's one of those guys. Like, he's as big of a fan as any of us. Like, just listening to the way he talked about how good Will Ospreay is, like, you can tell he's genuinely just sitting there and enjoying the ride like the rest of us. So yeah. But yeah, all my work is on Bleacher Report. I'll be covering Crown Jewel and all the other upcoming premium live, blah, blah, blah.
Well, make sure you check out Doc's work. Of course, you can follow Phil at Trust and Phil. You can follow Stu at Stu Myrick, STEWMYRC, MYRCK.
RICK.
RICK. Yeah, it's getting late for me too.
I also want to do one quick plug. So there is a new promotion here in Austin. So we are lucky enough to have we have Inspire After Death, which is the promotion I do commentary for. There is also one called Baracho Pro. They have decided to team up to to have this new promotion called Death in the Family.
Nice.
It is exactly what you think. It is hardcore death match. Their first event is this Sunday. It is called We Will Show You the Devil.
Jesus.
It is this Sunday, 5 p.m. Central. If you are in the Austin area, it will be at Drink's Backyard at 183 and FM 812 as you're heading out towards Circuit of the Americas. If you are not in Austin, you want to catch it on IWTV. They've got among the matches, They've got one called Manders taking on Stud Stash in a Doors to Hell match.
What?
Doors to Hell match.
What is
by the
it?
way,
What is
this
a Doors to Hell match?
We'll find out. And this is part of a Devil's Due Death Cup tournament. So they're going to have multiple matches. Dmitry Alexandrov, who is a popular wrestler here in the Austin area, known as Deathmatch Jesus. He's going to take on Gary J in a Bat City death match. Avon Axel and Casanova Valentine in a Capture the Colors death match. And Sky Dela Cremosa taking on John Wayne Murdoch in an Existence is Pain, P-A-N-E match.
Oh, dear Lord.
So, yeah, here's going to be some violence. Death in the Family. We will show you the devil this Sunday, 5 p.m. Central on IWTV.
Wow. Might have to tune into that one. That's going to be crazy. Well, I will give Future Stars of Wrestling, our good friends, a plug, too, while we're at it. They've got Tricks, Treats, and Slams, a much more pleasant-sounding card than that one. Just to throw that out there. But our good friend Damian Drake, who's going to be with us next Thursday night, is going to be taking on Watson for the No Limits title. We got Makeshift High against Golden BBC. We've got a Halloween Battle Royal. Ice Williams and Braxton taking on Saturn and Desire. Should be good. And Danny Limelight's going to be there as well, probably defending his championship. So if you want to check that out on Saturday night, it's going to be the FSW Arena at 7 p.m. And that'll, of course, be also on Triller as well. So it should be a great time here in Las Vegas. And I'll tell you what, had a lot of fun tonight, guys, covering a little news, having a good time. So thank you for that. Phil Stamper, Stu Myrick, Doc Mueller, of course, from Bleacher Report, and I'm Mark Hoke. Don't forget, join us on Sunday for the Mark Hoke Show, 8 to 10 a.m. on KDAWN, 101.5 FM, the Talk of Las Vegas. And, of course, streaming on the Odyssey app. If you haven't downloaded that, AUDACY, get that on your phone. And, of course, subscribe to us on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show, Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show, X at Mark Hoke Show, and markhokeshow.com for all the show information. That interview Wheeler Yuta is going to be on there. So make sure you tune in and listen to that and have a great time with all of us. We'll see which one of you guys is going to be available on Sunday. But, gentlemen, thank you so much. Had a great time with you tonight.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Good time.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time on the Mark Hoke Show late night and, of course, on the Mark Hoke Show on Sunday. Everybody, have a great evening. Be safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. And have a terrific rest of your week. We'll see you next time on the Mark Hoke Show. Have a good one.